So, hi, my name is Sophia Rivera, and I'm going to be talking about my trip to Istanbul, Turkey. So, I asked people on my Instagram to ask me some questions about my trip to Turkey so that I could answer them. So, what do you think about Turkey/Istanbul? I really enjoyed it. Meeting all the Turkish teenagers and young adults was like the best part. I think that we are very similar to Turkish people, and that was like my main takeaway. What's my favorite cultural difference? Specifically something I think the US could be doing better. I really like in Turkey, when people greet each other, they kiss on each cheek. So I think like if we did that in the US, maybe people would like other people more or something. Biggest culture shock? What was my biggest culture shock? I was really surprised by the styles of clothing. When I packed for Turkey, I packed long pants, and I packed all shirts that like covered my shoulders and everything. And then all the Turkish teenage girls wore like shorts, even tube tops. Like, it was cute, like really cute. So I was most surprised, I guess, with like the way that women dress there, because it is a Muslim majority country. I was kind of expecting women like covered head to toe, but I really didn't. So I learned a lot about like Muslim culture. What was your favorite food? I really liked the lahmacun, which is like a pizza without cheese. So it's like a flatbread, and you can roll it up and put iceberg lettuce or cilantro in it. And I also liked that like every sandwich that I ate there had french fries on it. I was really happy about that. What was the most important part of the trip to me? We had a day where we all rented like a boat and we went on the Bosphorus, and that was just like the best day because it was so pretty. It was also like 95 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius, but it's really hot. That was really important because most of the days we were looking at like religious monuments and like different old neighborhoods and a lot of different architecture and palaces. It was really, really interesting. Like, I learned a lot, but to like connect with the other exchange students and the Turkish kids by like jumping off the boat into the water was just really fun. And that was the most important day to me because like we were all just having fun together and we were closer as friends, I think. Why and how did you go to Turkey? Because I took a few classes in high school. One class was Strategy and Diplomacy of the Great Powers, and a different class I took was the History of the Modern Middle East. And I also took like World History. I was really interested in like the Ottoman Empire because like it was this strong Eastern power that was like slowly becoming more westernized, and I don't know, it was just different. And I found this trip on like a Rotary website, and it's like called a STEP program, short-term exchange program. And so my trip was 10 days, and there are a lot of other like short exchange programs like that to a lot of different countries. And I picked this one because I thought going to Istanbul with a group of people would be really fun and I could learn a lot of stuff. So I just sent them my exchange student application, and then it was like a first come first serve thing. Do they have good turkey? I don't know. I didn't try any turkey. Where would I rather raise a family? Are the people friendly? Yeah. Really, really nice. The coolest part of the trip was that our tour guides were basically the other Turkish, like all of our host siblings. I don't know, I never felt like uncomfortable with them. They're really friendly, and they wanted to learn about a lot of different countries and our traditions and stuff, not just the USA. Being from Louisiana, that was fun because I got to tell them more about like my food and like Tabasco, and we played card games and stuff like that. So people were friendly and listened to, you know, like my opinions and all the other exchange students' opinions. Favorite Turkish word? The way to say thank you I thought was like really long. Teşekkür ederim. I can't even say it. Teşekkür ederim or edin. Maybe it's my favorite word because I've tried to say it so many times. Because saying thank you is like good. Should be easy. In Turkish it's not the easiest word, but the easiest word was su, and that's water. And all of us bought like a lot of water because it's 95 degrees and we were walking like all day every day. Favorite dish I ate and why? So I talked about lahmacun and the kebabs, but favorite like meal that I had with everyone was when on like a Saturday night that we were there, a lot of us stayed at Melissa's house, and we like stayed up really late and we played board games, and that was really confusing because they were in Turkish, so we had a lot of translators. It was really fun, and we did like karaoke.
Oh, c'est bien.
And we played basketball, and I never played basketball, so like my first real time playing basketball was in Turkey, which that's fun, that's cute. And then we all woke up at 12, and Melissa is a really good cook. Like I think she studied culinary arts and she's really fun. And so she cooked all like 13 of us, I think, eggs and little sausage like cut up, and we all had Turkish tea, and it was really cute because it was like a family meal. Like it was nice to have her cook for us and then us all just sit together, and we were all really tired, but it was really fun after like that really long night. Have you met somebody that you will never forget? Yeah, like I really liked my host family, my host brother, and like the Turkish kids were really nice. I didn't get to talk to everyone, but the people I did talk to were really friendly, and the other exchange students were really nice. So of course I won't forget. Is Turkey a budget-friendly place? For me, yes. Turkey, as it was explained to me, it's kind of in like an economic crisis. They're just like kind of having some problems with their economy. So for the US, yeah, it was like very affordable. Food was really cheap, water was 20 cents. I really didn't pay for my public transportation, like my host family wanted to pay for that, and that was really nice of them. One day, my host brother and my host mom and I went shopping, and that was really nice and pretty inexpensive for me. Like a skirt was $10 and the dresses were like mostly $10 or $20, and they were like really cute. Did you like the food? Yes. But it wasn't very spicy. I mean, it was still good, just not as spicy as I expected. Did you feel safe? Yes. Like something that I was really concerned about and like my parents were kind of worried about was my safety. But I think like in the US, there's a lot of violence, not everywhere. It's just like in any country, there will be problems. But I don't know, I think maybe if I was alone, it would have been a lot scarier. But in Turkey, no, like I didn't ever feel unsafe ever. And my host brother is like 6 feet tall. He was my guide, like I said, and then most times we're all in a big group, and of course that's not really scary. So yeah, I love that. I love that the Turkish kids took us everywhere and like handled the transportation and stuff for us, and did a lot of like ordering our food and helping us with everything. So were it not for them, yeah, I'd be a little scared, but that's more because of me and not because of like Turkey's atmosphere. What are a few things that you think American people can learn from Turkish people? So when we were there, like a lot of what we did was very like innocent fun. Welcome to the Like we went bowling and that was really cute, and there's like an arcade. We would just walk around a lot. I didn't drink Turkish coffee, but like my Belgian friend did, and they told her fortune and stuff like that, and we would just go out eating and just like hanging out. I don't know, I think Turkish people know how to have fun. I just like kind of their attitude toward life. What was the biggest lesson that you learned on the trip? Not to assume things. Like, I assumed a lot of things about Turkish people and Turkish culture kind of before I went. And I just think you never know. Like, you have no way of knowing what someone's daily life is like. And so now, like, the way that I kind of look at other countries and people from other countries is, instead of like assuming things and asking them like, do you do this specific thing, better to just maybe ask them like, what is your daily life like? Like, I feel like I have a much more unbiased approach to foreigners. Oh, carry a deck of cards with you. Another lesson I learned is like, even if you don't speak the same language, like that doesn't stop you from being able to communicate. Like, my friend Melissa told me that she read or heard somewhere that communication is like 20% language or 10% language. Basically, it's like 80% other things, like your hand movements or your expressions or, I don't know, your hugs or your reactions or anything like that. And so even playing cards, like most people there spoke really, really good English, but you don't need language to do that. Maybe to explain the rules, but you can still kind of like demonstrate things. And bowling and like jumping off of a boat and swimming and stuff together, like you don't need language for that, and I really love that. Like my host brother, he couldn't necessarily communicate like some long sentence in English, but a lot of the other exchange students like understood him very well. Like, he was very fun and very friendly, and you don't need to like know exactly what he's saying to see the smile on his face or like have him push you off of a dock into water. Like, I don't know, you can learn about a lot about a person just from watching them and from interacting with them. You don't need to like interview them intensely, and I feel like that's something I like to do, is like have long conversations. But so this trip was really fun because it taught me more about like just enjoying yourself and not necessarily using language to do that. Who did you travel with, and can I be friends with them? Like I said earlier, like I traveled, it's through Rotary International. It was a Rotary Youth Exchange short-term exchange program, and we're hosted by the Beşiktaş Rotary Club in Istanbul, and they're like so friendly. Like the Rotarians are really nice there, and the Turkish teenagers were really nice. So Melissa told me to tell you and anyone that if they ever want to come to Turkey, like, she is always there. She doesn't care who you are. She'll show you around, she'll cook for you probably, and go bowling with you and sing karaoke with you. Like, her English is really good, and she and like a lot of the other Turkish people would be really, really happy, I think, to show you like what their lives are like. Yes, this was my short vlog, my first vlog about my trip to Istanbul. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to the Beşiktaş Rotary Club for hosting me, and thank you to all the Turkish kids and my host family for really showing me a really good time and being so friendly with me and the other exchange students. And thank you for sharing Istanbul with me, because I'll never forget it. Thanks.